What is up, YouTube? This is Wi-Fi Mama here today, bringing you guys another Pokemon analysis video. We are looking at Pokemon called Torterra today. First thing off with Torterra, you gotta know that Torterra was not even considered an OU Pokemon in his debut generation. Torterra mostly sticked around UU in his debut generation and really later on went down to never used. So this Pokemon really didn't see much highlight in OU play. It did have an appearance in VGC, very niche. It was a very decent Y-Guard user, and it could hit really hard with Wood Hammer. But outside of that, it really was not the biggest, scariest Pokemon. Looking at Torterra's base stats, though, base 95 HP. Right here's the big one, the base 109 attack. That's what Torterra was known for. 105 on its defense, 75 on special attack. You're not going to be doing much with that anyway. 85 on special defense. So yes, it has the makings of being a very bulky Pokemon. It's just got terrible typing. 56 speed is it's good for a never used Pokemon. We'll just leave it there. It's too fast for Trick Room, but it's definitely too slow for normal play. And plus, most of the time in singles, you would not want to run Trick Room. But in VGC, it definitely, I could see it. It could work decently in Trick Room, but for most teams, there's a better grass type out there. I did say his typing is a terrible typing. Grass ground, you're weak to a lot of the most common attacks in the metagame, and your biggest weakness is ice, which most teams have a Pokemon that carries an ice type attack. You're also weak to flying. You're weak to fire. So, I mean, it's just not fun overall. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at Torterra. You know, this is still a good Pokemon if you want just to run some niche sets. You know, definitely look at this Pokemon and expect it to be a niche. The first set we have is a Life Orb Torterra with the ability Overgrow. Now, I bet you a lot of y'all didn't know Torterra's hidden ability is Shell Armor. This Pokemon cannot be struck by critical attacks. So that could actually work over Overgrow if you wanted to. But I believe most of these sets are going to be Overgrow. But you could definitely change that out for Shell Armor if you wanted to. But basically, Torterra, Life Orb, and then you got Rock Polish. Rock Polish raises your speed by 2, and then you got Earthquake, Wood Hammer, and Stone Edge. Basically, this is 2 stabs plus Stone Edge. It's probably the best thing Torterra's gotten, right? I mean, you still gotta worry about Skarmory and stuff, because Skarmory could definitely threaten this thing, because Skarmory, even with the Stone Edge, you can hit it, but you're not really hitting that hard. But Stone Edge does give you a chance to hit some flying types very hard. Earthquake is your main attack for the fire types. Obviously for water and anything else that's super effective would be Wood Hammer. This ain't too bad. The idea is to get Rock Polish off and then maybe be able to sweep, but you have to get in the right spot in the game. You got Torterra is one of those Pokemon that it's got to be carried by the team. The team definitely will have to be carrying this Pokemon, and a Rock Polish Torterra on a team that carries it honestly could go a long way. But on a team that doesn't carry it, I don't see it working out for you very well. We can go look at some other sets though. Alright, so this is a somewhat of a VGC set. Like I said, you could definitely put Y-Guard on this Pokemon. And I do apologize if you guys do hear the rain in the background. It is raining cats and dogs out here today. Don't mind the EV spread so much. This is what Smogon recommended, and I'm like, okay, we'll just go with it. for the video's sake, because we're just these videos, we're just trying to get a general idea of what we kind of want to do with Torterra or any of the Pokemon that we're featuring. So don't really pay attention to EVs and stuff, because a lot of Pokemon spreads may be different once Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl coming out. But this is a leftovers Torterra. Like I said, this could easily be your VGC one. You could run Wyguard, Leech Seed, Earthquake, and Woodhammer. That would be a halfway decent VGC one. Heck, and for singles, you can definitely run Roar. Not a bad spread at all of attacks. You got your 2 stabs and then 2 nice little support moves. Torterra is known to be a Stealth Rock Pokemon, so if you go for Roar on while your opponent's setting up Stealth Rocks or something, maybe, I mean, it can definitely kind of work. You know, you probably want to. Torterra is still a decent lead against most Stealth Rock setters, because most of the time they're ground or they're super effective to Earthquake. They get hit really hard by either Woodhammer or Earthquake. There are a few exceptions, like Skarmory, Gliscor, but yeah, I mean, there's not many though, and so therefore you're able to kind of punish them with these 2 attacks. If they lead to me that you're not really wanting to fight, you can definitely go for Roar. Going into Torterra number 3, this is probably a Torterra that I could definitely see a lot of people running early on in the meta. Leftovers, because, you know, Torterra is somewhat bulky, but they then go for the 252 spread on attack and speed, have 4 in their defense, and then you run Synthesis, and then you just try and let Torterra just be as big of a tank as possible. See how many KOs you can get with Torterra, and then just go from there. Torterra can be a big wall breaker, having that 109 attack, so definitely not too shabby in that department. Nonetheless, you know, it can definitely be a wall breaker, so try it out. We kind of went over this free attacks already. Torterra, damaging move wise, doesn't have much damaging attacks. In the anime, you definitely see Ash use Rock Climb. Right there. But obviously that's attack that's probably, I mean, it probably will be coming back, so you could definitely try and use Rock Climb if you wanted to. Doesn't even tell me the base power in that attack, so I don't even know if you would want to. But in the anime, Ash used Rock Climb quite a bit, so it could definitely be a good attack if you wanted to test it out. You know, if you wanted to build a full Ash Ketchum team, you know, Rock Climb and Synthesis was Torterra's biggest attacks. Just saying. Alright, right here is a choice band though. And adding onto the choice band, you add superpower to the choice band set, and now you're able to hit a lot of other Pokemon super hard, super fun. Fantastic stuff. You know, Torterra can definitely be your big wall breaker. We've said this already before. Torterra is going to come in. If you can get him set up in the right scenarios, he's going to be able to get some huge KOs. Woodhammer, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Superpower. Great coverage attacks. Definitely highly recommend this. I honestly could see this Torterra coming on some niche teams and just wrecking people. You know, this Torterra could definitely be a big problem for a lot of people. You definitely have to be ready to calc for this particular Torterra, because this Torterra will destroy your team if you're not ready for it. And I think it can be great early on in the meta. Definitely worth trying. Don't necessarily know how long it will last into the meta, but I think early on Torterra could definitely become a threat. So if you want to Torterra play, I would highly recommend early meta, because after early meta, people is getting their Pokemon teams built, they're gonna have answers for Torterra, and Torterra's usage will just slowly drop. So if you're a content creator like myself, highly recommend trying to get Torterra early. Go ahead and make those Torterra videos now, basically. But here's an interesting Torterra set though. Light clay. I did not know this until I'm making this video. You got light clay, and then you run reflect and light screen with a self rock and an earthquake. Yeah, I didn't even know Torterra got reflect and light screen. This could honestly be another VGC set if you wanted to replace self rocks with Y-guard. Definitely a cool VGC like set. If you wanted to run this in singles, obviously Leech Seed, that's not bad. Honestly, this set right here, I feel like has a spot in the meta as a strong reflect light screen setter. And who knows? Maybe Wi-Fi Merriman sees it first. Hey, reflect light screen, Y-guard earthquake. Maybe that's like the whole new meta of Torterra. Honestly, if it was, I would imagine it being Woodhammer over earthquake. Unless you paired Torterra up beside big flying type. And then I could definitely see earthquake. But this one's actually probably hands down my favorite Torterra set. I had to save it close to the last. That way you guys can, the ones that made it this far in the video and be like, what? Alright. Final set though. There's going to be these people out here. The Sub-Seed, Earthquake, and Toxic Torterra. Toxic, we don't know if this move is coming back. But, just like, I believe it was my Infernate video? I think it was Infernate. I brought Hidden Power as a suggested attack. So I'm going to bring back Toxic as a suggested attack because, yes, it's not in the game currently in Sword and Shield, but with Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl being trying to think of the word, being, I guess, going back to the originality of those games, they had Toxic and they had Hidden Power. So I would imagine those moves may make a comeback in this generation. Other moves like Return and Frustration I can definitely see coming back as well. Pokemon Go is already kind of hinting that Return and Frustration should be back in the games because, they're not right now. At least from what I can remember. I don't think Return and Frustration's in the game. I think they should be. But anyway, these are my Torterra's movesets. I'm not got much else to say about Torterra. I honestly didn't have much experience with Torterra using it. It was my starter when I first started. Diamond and Pearl, my first ever starter was Turtwig. But I played for the game, I beat it, and then I was like, I'm going to try Chimchar and Piplup, and honestly, my favorite out of the three was Chimchar. So that will be the starter that I'm going to be picking for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Alex has already told me she's picking Piplup. So doesn't look like Torterra is getting much love from the Merriman family. But if you are planning on picking up Torterra, let me know in the comments down below because I would like for you to be able to breed me a Turtwig or something. That way I can at least have one. And I want to make some Torterra content, basically. Like I said, I need to hit the Torterra content early. So, because I know Infernape and I know Empoleon's going to stay in the meta for such a long time. I'm honestly tempted to even pick Turtwig as my starter. That way I know I can make the Torterra content as early as I can. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. But anyway, this is Wi-Fi Merman signing out, and peace.